What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J.A.B Sports. This is episode 12. We have missed the last week or so, I believe. We missed a stream and we missed a video sesh. Alex was in Turks and Caicos. I was coaching basketball in a different state and not have my computer with me.
L hosts.
So, getting caught up on a lot of things here. Let's talk about some of the NFL firings real quick. Let's go straight into NFL real quick. Zach Taylor is staying on the Bengals, but two of the NFC or two of the AFC North teams fired their coach. The Browns have parted ways with Kevin Stefanski, and shocker today, the Ravens. Who?
Wanting the Browns, garbage coach.
No, he's not a garbage coach. Two-time coach of the year. And then anyway, the Ravens fired Jim Harbaugh. The Falcons fire Raheem Morris after they beat the Saints to actually tie for first in the division and ruin the hopes of the Buccaneers. Who else was it that got fired at the end of the season? Just been those three. Brian Daboll got fired.
Did the Titans coach?
Oh, Jonathan Gannon.
They're like 5 or 6
Cardinals
of them,
got
I think.
Jonathan Gannon. Do we think?
Yep, he was fired.
Now talking about the coaches being fired and everything. Do we think any other coaches should have been fired?
Zach Taylor.
Oh, Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll got fired.
Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor got. Would you take any of the coaches that just got fired over him? As a Bengals fan,
yes.
You take
Kevin Stefanski. I would. He's a good coach. Just a horrible ass program. Horrible organization. That aren't committed to winning, just like the Bengals. I would take him, and I would take Harbaugh.
You know what's funny about Harbaugh? He was. This is for the kids out there. He was 67 games over 500. He coached 567 games.
Ooh.
Yeah. Little fun fact there from Jalen. But yeah, I'd take both of them without even thinking about it. Zach Taylor has had, talent-wise, really the best offense in the league for the past 3 years.
You know who I just thought
skill position wise, but there's no excuse. And Mike Brown sucks. He's the worst. And I hope that he gets all the misery that he has created us Bengals fans.
Jesus. I think the Bengals should hire Brian Daboll as an offensive coordinator and let Zach Taylor stop calling the freaking plays.
He's a horrible play caller. I don't know who in their right mind is the offensive coordinator not calling the plays or how bad he is.
Dude,
but
Brian Callahan,
he needs to give it up.
He wasn't even calling the plays.
We saw how well that worked out.
But
worked out swimmingly for him.
Yeah, I don't
come back to Cincinnati, Brian Callahan, please.
I don't think any other coach should have been fired. Maybe Todd Bowles should be fired from the Buccaneers.
Probably.
That defense looked atrocious, and it's like you can blame it on Baker and the offense all you want, but there were so many injuries on that offensive side, and Baker was fighting like 3 injuries all year. And your defensive coach and your defense looks like complete dog shit at the end of the year. I don't know, maybe he could have been fired, but I don't think he will. But we'll see in the coming days. I do think the Cowboys should fire Matt Eberflus as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he's great, man.
Yeah, and maybe try to hire like Raheem Morris. See if he wants to come be the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. But they were talking today. I was watching, or on my way home from basketball practice, I was watching a First Take, and they were talking about Kevin Stefanski and how he already had teams call him, and it was the Giants, the Titans, and the Falcons. Out of those 3 teams, who do you think Kevin Stefanski would rather go to?
Well, realistically, only one of those jobs can be a head coaching job.
No, all 3 are.
The Falcons, well, I guess the Falcons are too. 2 of them are. The Giants didn't fire their coach.
It is. Brian Daboll got fired. They're not keeping that interim They're not keeping that interim coach. They haven't made him the.
I thought he did pretty. I thought he did pretty well. I think New York's the best situation. We saw how they played this year. They have young stars. Unfortunately, one of them was hurt, and along with Malik Neighbors, he's a young superstar. I think if they pick up 2 free agents, maybe one on the offensive line and one as a DB, and then they draft well, I think that team could make a run for the division next year, especially if, fellow division powerhouses struggle like they did this year. Even though the Eagles' record may not say it, they struggled a lot. I think that would be an interesting division next year. Yep.
I think that Commanders team is going to be nice with everybody back. What coaches should go where? Honestly, probably New York. Just because they do have. The only thing interesting about New York is if their players can sustain. Because, Scatterboo is a very hard-nosed running back. He's going to run straight through people. But is that type of play going to be able to sustain long enough for a coach to use him effectively? But same thing with Dart. He runs the exact same way. He doesn't protect himself. He runs head first more than he does slide. So it's is he going to be able to stay on the field effective? And is a coach going to want to coach a player like that? Because you kind of want him to do that, but you don't want him to do that at the same time. He has heart for running like that, but it's also going to end up getting him hurt sooner than.
Yeah, he could tone it down a little bit. I think Dart will make it. I think he'll be an above-average starting quarterback in the league. He's young now, but he's gonna start really feeling those hits in 3 to 4 years.
The last
right around that
few games,
right around that second contract time. Yeah, he's
been in
hobbled off the field or whatever.
2-3 concussion protocols already in his first season.
Yeah, something like that. But it's just that's stuff that's gonna come up and really affect him during the time of a second contract. So he's toned it down a lot. I don't know if any of y'all actually watched him at Ole Miss, but he was a hurricane. Fun to watch. But he's already done a little better with sliding and making smarter plays, but he still has a little work to do.
Did the Titans fire their coach?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did y'all see? Well, the thing is, did you see Well, the difference between the Titans and the Raiders is I think the Titans have cap space. I think they have a lot of it. And if you looked at Cam Ward's stats, he was 3,100 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions.
Which isn't really horrible for a rookie quarterback.
Well, with the weapons that he had, that's great. Imagine if he actually had a wide receiver 1 caliber player to go to every single week. And an O-line to actually protect every single week. It was you put him on rather than on the Titans.
I like Cam Ward.
Well, the thing is they have plenty of money to make a change. If you get that organization can spend money on a good coach, Stefanski, he could do he pretty much would have more money than what the Browns had to work with, and with a better QB. With a whole new, if the Titans hired Stefanski, you don't think players would want to play with him?
I think they would. He's a good coach.
With a good
never
coach.
Heard any complaints.
Everybody
the Brown Cleveland.
Nobody ever complained about Cam Ward. Like, no players have complained. Oh, where'd he go?
I don't know.
But I honestly think I think the thing is I think the Titans I think they're gonna make moves this offseason. I think they're gonna start with a coach, and if you get a good coach that knows what they're doing, it's gonna entice players, especially offensive players, to come play for him. With a QB that can throw the ball, there's no doubt that he can't not throw the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he can throw professional throws, pinpoint passes. He just has to have targets who are gonna catch the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Welcome back, Blake.
I know, I had to leave. It was like my thing told me to refresh, so I refreshed and I dipped. So I was like, all right. Anyway, going back to it. Let's go to the NFL playoffs now. Since we got like 20 minutes left to talk about this episode, we have on Saturday is the first wild card games. We have the Rams versus Panthers. All right. I guess we can do it. We'll do our bets. All right. So here's our bets of every game. We're gonna go down one by one, and then we're gonna go from there. So, Rams Panthers. I have for my thing that we've been doing all year. I'm doing for the player prop 225 passing yards for Matthew Stafford. One of you
I have the Rams winning,
and I have Puka scoring a touchdown.
What is the bad part? Is the Panthers.
And I have the Rams winning.
Yep.
I have the Rams winning. Avenging their
Rams
loss.
winning. Let's go ahead and give all of our predictions. Jalen obviously is the money line spread guy, so we already know who he's picking. I'm picking the Rams as well. I think we all picked the Rams. Next game, we have the Packers versus Bears. The 2 seed versus the 7 seed. NFC North going at one another right now. I'm going to
That's a great game, man.
I'm gonna go with Rome Odunze with 40 receiving yards.
Alex, you want to go first? Just because it's this is like a toss-up game.
What's the spread, Jalen?
I'm going Jordy Nelson 3 receiving touchdowns.
I'm watching the Texas Tech Houston game. I would assume that the spread would be close. Because
I'm going to go... I said Jordy Nelson 3 receiving touchdowns.
3 receiving touchdowns?
Yep, for NFL All-Pro retiree legend Jordy Nelson. Now I'll go Kyle Monungai touchdown. Now that fantasy doesn't matter, I can bet against DeAndre Swift. Jeez,
man, this man left again.
He needs to get like a router or something in his room.
Well, the thing is, we're on the same router. I don't know what's up with this.
Well, he needs an extender or whatever the heck they're called and put it in his room.
So,
what are you thinking about for that?
The spreads is 1.5.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Who are you gonna want to take?
I want to say the Bears. I want to take the Bears. I think the Bears have a better offense right now than what Green Bay does, just because the Green Bay is like injury prone on all sides of the field. And the offensive coordinator still doesn't let Jordan Love run a play. Like, it's pretty much short pass, check down, run, punt. Like, they don't get any momentum ever. So I'm going to take the Bears.
Taking plays out of the Eagles playbook right there.
Facts. But they don't have the Eagles players to make it work.
Facts. We're picking winners. I'm gonna go the Packers. Oops, that's on me. I'm gonna go the Packers. I think they avenge. What, did they lose to them once or twice this year?
I think they split
once. I think it was 1-1.
I think the Bears won their last meeting.
Yeah, the Bears did.
Packers will go into Chicago and beat them. Yeah, the Bears beat them. I think they go into Chicago and beat them, just like they've historically done. Maybe call up Aaron Rodgers, see if he wants to sit the bench or something. Give him that good luck. But, yeah, I'm picking the Packers.
The over-under is also 45.5.
God, I don't hate that. I could see it going either way, honestly. That's going to be a good game.
Next game also sucks, too.
Wait, so who did you end up picking? What did you end up picking?
I said the Bears. John? I said the Bears.
Alrighty. Now we go to Sunday at 1 o'clock. We have the Bills versus Jaguars. I'm going to rock with...
The spread is also 1.5.
Okay, I think all these are going to be pretty close.
I'm going James Cook touchdown.
I'm going to rock with Trevor Lawrence, 25 rushing yards.
I'm going to say, I think the Bills, I think that team is just going to be more experienced overall than the Jags. I don't think, unfortunately for Trevor Lawrence, he just is not going to be able to get over that hump just yet. Once again, a first round exit. Because as long as, even if the Bills are down at halftime, it doesn't matter. They are a second half team, proven it over and over and over again this season.
Yep.
And the over under is 52.5, and we all know if the Bills are in a shootout, they usually pull out shootouts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go the Bills.
I agree with that.
I don't know if the Jags are consistent. Like, they can put up points, but I don't know if they're consistent enough drive after drive to put up points with the Bills.
Yeah. Then we move to the 4:30 o'clock game on Sunday, 49ers versus Eagles. I'm going to rock with a I'm going to do Juwan Jennings 40 receiving yards. Alex?
You can go first, Alex.
I'm going to go Christian McCaffrey touchdown.
All right.
This is also a hard game to pick between. You have two slow ball teams that can literally walk a ball up the field and waste
have no issue doing it either.
And yeah, have no issue. Can waste 10 minutes on one drive if they really needed to.
What's the spread?
I want to say 4.5.
Remember, you can adjust it
for the Eagles.
Remember, you can adjust.
I know. Well, I want to say, obviously, if Kittle plays and isn't injured, I want to say the 49ers. Because I don't think they have the line. I'm gonna rock, yeah. Because I don't think they have the linebackers. They have the D line, but I don't think they have the linebackers to really stop Brock Purdy and Kittle back to back possessions and with CMC being in there too.
Rick Purdy, baby.
I think I forgot to say I picked the Bills to win. I think for this game I'm gonna pick the 49ers to beat the Eagles.
Is that because you're a Cowboys fan, or is that what you honestly believe?
No, definitely because he's a Cowboys fan. But I am picking the Niners as well. Eagles have been interesting.
And honestly, the 49ers are been rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Eagles have been an interesting team.
All right, let's finish out Sunday wild card with the Chargers versus Patriots. I'm going to rock with Drake May to throw for 200 yards.
You mean Drake May?
Drake May, yeah. Who may win the MVP.
Stafford's in the lead.
Yeah.
Because he has 15 more touchdowns and one less interception, or they're tied in interceptions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the Patriots.
All right.
Drake May. Also going
I think they're gonna get past. I think they're gonna get past that first round, at least.
And I am going.
He's gonna pick a Charger. Pick a Charger.
A Charger. I thought you said it was Steelers. I thought you said it was Steelers versus.
No, this is Chargers versus Patriots.
I thought it was Steelers. Patriots.
No, Steelers play Texans.
Yeah, on Monday.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, none of these offenses scream mass production touchdown.
Well, the thing is, the Patriots, literally anybody on the Patriots offense can score. The way Drake May distributes that ball.
Yeah.
So just pick somebody.
And the Chargers.
It's gambling.
I'll go Keenan Allen for fun.
All right, yeah, let's go. And I think we all picked the Patriots to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lad. I'm going Lad.
He's switching to Lad McConkey.
Then we're all picking the Patriots to win. And now to wrap out Wild Card Weekend, yes. The Texans versus Steelers. I'm going to do. I'm gonna go Will Anderson Woody Marks, 40 rushing yards.
I'm just gonna take the Texans straight out.
I will go Nico Collins touchdown.
Alrighty then. Now, so that rounds out our playoffs. So, based off of who we all thought would win, is we would end up having the Bills having to play against the Broncos. And we would who all picked? I picked the Bears to win. You picked the Bears to win, so the Bears would move. Then we would have. Well, hold on, let me do the AFC. So we would have the Bills against the Broncos. Then we would have the Texans against the Patriots. All right, who do we think would win that matchup? Just trying to get a Super Bowl thing out of here.
I am going Broncos W. The Bills have repeatedly just crashed at usually in the second or the divisional round. So it'll be interesting to see what they do if they win their first game. But I think they inevitably lose because that's what they do in the playoffs.
I think the Bills are going to pull out against the Broncos because we know Broncos defense is always going to be there. So it's pretty much going to be who can get the final stand of Bills offense or Broncos defense, just because the Broncos offense has been shaky at times.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, their defense is always there, but their offense doesn't always show up.
I think the Bills will win, and then I think the Texans beat the Patriots. I'm really high on the Texans defense.
I think the Patriots win. I could see any of these first-round matchups going either way, except for maybe the Steelers, just because, screw the Steelers. But I'm picking the Patriots. They've looked really good all year.
I would take the Patriots as well.
Drake May fans are literally crazy. So,
all right, so
gotta support the crazies.
So you pick the Patriots.
So that means it would be Bills versus
Patriots. And
so Bills versus Patriots would be AFC.
Yeah.
I'm going Patriots.
I'm gonna go with Patriots as well.
I would go Patriots too.
Because defense ended up.
I mean, they put up 21 points in.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well, the thing is, they put up 20 points. They put up 21 points in the first half against the Bills and blew it. I don't think they're going to do that again. I don't think they're going to blow a lead like that again if they get up that much in the first half.
And then if we go to the NFC, the highest remaining person but left was we picked the 49ers. So the 49ers would play the Seahawks, and then the Rams would play the Bears.
That's such a good game.
Yikes!
I think the Seahawks beat the Niners again.
I think so as well.
And then I think the Rams beat the Bears.
I do think that as well.
Me too.
So we got the Rams versus the Seahawks, and I think I don't know. They've had.
I'm going with the Rams again.
Dude, they have literally had two games where they both won by. Well, the Rams won by 21-19 earlier in the year. They won by 21-19 in the first game. The Rams won, and then the last game they played against each other, the Seahawks won by a 2-point conversion, win by 1 point. I'm picking the Seahawks to beat the Rams. I want to see Seattle.
I'm picking the Rams.
Rams as well.
So Rams.
I'm not going to say
Patriots
I could definitely see the Seahawks winning, but I think.
1 second, dang Jay on the Heater down 24 or 26.
I know. Don't talk about it.
They had old man Joe Ingles out there shooting threes. How's that make you feel?
Ant's going crazy right now, I think.
And hasn't touched the floor probably the whole second half.
So who we got winning the Super Bowl then? We have the Rams versus Patriots.
That game alone would probably feed families, by the way. You'd have Matthew Stafford ready to get another one on LA, and then young Patriots fans ready to go crazy again after Tom Brady. That game would literally feed families.
I think I'm going with the Rams. I think they have the more complete team, especially experience-wise. A couple people have made the playoffs. A couple people on the team who made the run with Stafford. So, yeah, I'm going the Rams.
I would say the Rams.
Again, if that's the final, obviously, like we said with every matchup, basically, it'll be a good one and could go either way.
Yeah, I think it's time for Devontae Adams to get that chip.
All right. Well,
put Chris Paul on that team, too, for real.
Gonna be playing. All right. Well, that puts an end to the college. We have all the bets for this week. Let's jump into college football.
College? You mean NFL?
Well, that finishes up NFL. Let's jump to the college NFL. Let's jump to college playoff. We have Indiana versus Oregon at 7:30 on Friday. I think Indiana will win again. I think it's going to be a tough matchup like it was in the regular season between the two. Honestly, I don't know who exactly is going to win this. I really want Indiana to win it, obviously, but I want to see Indiana versus I want to see Indiana versus Ole Miss in the championship.
My pick at the beginning of the playoffs were Georgia and Oregon.
All of our picks lost first week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I picked two teams, but yeah, my main team who I actually picked, because we had to choose one, was Georgia, but Oregon was my second favorite. So I got to stick with them. They lost early in the year to them. But I'm sticking with the Ducks. And yeah, I also hope Ole Miss wins. I would not be upset. That'd be awesome for their season to end like that with what happened to them with Lane Kiffin. That'd be great.
I would say
there you go.
The only team that really doesn't have a storyline to win is Oregon, for real. Like, Indiana has this whole used to be was the worst football program in the nation. Ole Miss has the big FU to the coach who left. And then Miami also has oh, y'all thought we shouldn't even be here kind of statement games to win. But, so I feel like those three teams have more of an edge than what Oregon does. I mean, Oregon's always been a good football team. They've always been in this conversation of top 4, top 5, always within the seasons and everything. But so I think Ole Miss might pull it out over Indiana in the championship, but we'll see. I can honestly see any of those three teams I could see winning this championship this year.
Yeah, I know. It'll be a good weekend for that. Nothing else we can really talk about college football because it's all coming down to an end. Besides when we can really start getting to where the transfer portal goes and stuff like that, but we don't really have much of the transfer portal besides I know Indiana got the TCU's quarterback transfer there. They got
Josh Hoover.
Yeah, Josh Hoover transfer there, so him and Alberto Mendoza will be competing for the starting spot next year. They got a transfer from Michigan State, one of the top receivers in the transfer portal. One of the best linebackers. I know Ohio State lost one of their linebackers to USF to where Hartline's going. But other than that, I mean, Kentucky. This goes on to the transfer. Let's jump to the Kentucky segment with Alex real quick. Because Kentucky got their quarterback of the future.
You know, man, I don't really know how I feel. We're not going to talk about basketball. Not having that conversation today. But you know, hearing that Sam Leavitt was going to commit to Kentucky was about the happiest moment in UK football history for myself. He was the number one quarterback, number 3 overall player or 5 overall player in the transfer portal. He has shown he can be great. He made the college football playoff as a true freshman with Scatton crew. I was all pumped about that. There was no one else really in the conversation. He only took two visits, allowed 2 teams to contact him, and that was Kentucky and it wasn't LSU. But that's where I think he's going now. I think he'll be an LSU Tiger. Bill's another good SEC school. He's going to LSU now because we flipped Kenny Minchie from Nebraska to Kentucky. I don't know how that's going to work. He has the arm and the mobility. But I think most Kentucky fans, with the departure of Cutter Boley, meant that there was incoming quarterback that had some, prowess and experience and status with him. Kenny Minchie doesn't bring any of the 3 things I just said. Again, I'm not giving up or saying he's horrible, but he's no Sam Leavitt or any of the top quarterbacks, and JJ or Josh Hoover or any of those guys. I think he could end up doing well. It'll be interesting to see what happens to Sam Leavitt, but I'll be disappointed because Leavitt would have been a massive grab, and he would have helped gain an even bigger transfer class, and I don't think Kenny Minchie does that. Obviously, he's sitting behind one of the best quarterbacks, in the country. Last year, and CJ Carr, who played great. Hard to compete against a guy like that who puts up those numbers. But we got a top 3 linebacker, one of our former players' younger brothers, Tavian Wallace. His older brother was Trayvon Wallace. He was awesome. He was a top 3 linebacker. We flipped a few commits this week, including a top 100 corner for the recruiting class. Don't think we've gotten much in the way of skill positions in the portal yet, but we'll need a few. And we've gotten the number 1 interior offensive lineman in the portal. We got him to commit. So everything's looking all right. I was kind of disappointed with Kenny Minchie. I hope he proves me wrong. Again, I'm not going to come into the season with a bad attitude about him, but you expect Sam Leavitt from what everyone's saying, and then you get Kenny Minchie. So we'll see. That's it for the Kentucky segment. Yep.
Before we get to the NBA segment with Jalen really quick, Jalen's got about, 5 minutes to talk about it, So we ended on the time, the time we wanted. But we will get more in the college basketball world as it gets closer to March, because I feel like that'll be easier to talk about around then than it is right now.
Well, especially conference.
Yeah, that's when all the
conference games they're all starting here soon. So
yeah,
that'll make it even more interesting.
But let's jump
UK
right
started
into the
off their
NBA
conference
segment.
schedule really freaking well.
Games are still wrapping up for the NBA Cup. NBA Cup, because I don't think we've talked since.
The NBA Cup's over.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think we talked since it ended. I think our last video was before it ended. I think. But pretty much around now is trade deadlines. Deadlines. People, big names, Giannis, which, if anything, the only team I see going to make a trade for him is that could honestly afford to make a trade, and the Bucks would be willing. Unlikely, nobody wants to hear it, is the Thunder. nobody has an offer that can match the Thunder's with how many first-round picks they have. But another big name, Trae Young, because the Hawks play so much better without him. LaMelo Ball is another player who the team plays much better when he's not on the court than when he is. Just because they have someone who, they have more efficiency throughout the team. Not saying they're not their best player, but when they're in, they don't have an efficient all-around group. So, teams talking with the Hawks is like Wizards. They would trade up some vets like C.J. McCollum, maybe not necessarily Alexander Sarr, but another younger player to get him. The Heat have been trying to get Trae Young. The Heat are in a stuck position of what to do next.
Milwaukee could too.
Milwaukee can. I just don't think they wouldn't offer Giannis though. They wouldn't be.
They wouldn't have to offer Giannis.
Not for Trae Young.
No.
But talking about my team is the Heat. They're in a stuck position because they don't know. Do you give up on Tyler Hero to get a point guard? That's their biggest need is a point guard. Or do you give up on Bam and let Khalil Ware run the center and try to get another power forward in there? But a whole bunch of teams it's about that time where you might see something big happen. Something might not happen at all. Same with the Golden State. Every fan wants to see it. Nobody in the organization wants to see it. Is Draymond get traded? He just doesn't fit. Man. He doesn't fit their team anymore. They don't have a center. They haven't had a center for who knows when. The last time they won was when they had a center. And obviously what they're doing now is not working. So I think he's the person that needs to go. And so they actually can have a big man succeed in what they want. But, every team obviously could use something, but also the biggest name probably in basketball is, do the Lakers trade LeBron?
Pookie just dropped 38-8.
I'm not saying he can't. That's exactly. He's on an expiring contract. He might retire.
That boy gonna
retire.
Yeah, he does.
He can approve it. He can approve the trade if he wants.
Yeah, the only way he would
I don't think he's going anywhere. If he wants to move his whole family, that'd be fun to see. But I don't think he's going.
But a thing the Lakers could need is a big man.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
The interesting thing is the Cavs have been this is their worst start with their lineup of Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jared Allen, and Evan Mobley. And it's none of them have improved over the last 3 seasons. So it's do they give up on the 2 big man thing? Could LeBron get traded for a big man and some pieces and sent back to the Cavs? One last reunion before retirement. But yeah, that's pretty much the big thing is watching out for big name trades coming here soon as the trade deadline is approaching.
Dude, Jaylen Brown might be making a case for MVP, dog.
Well, I'd hope so. He's the only person on that team.
They are number 2 in the East. Another big name that is actually Kawhi Leonard is still saying he's one of the best players in the league when he's actually playing.
Kawhi Leonard also has fraudulently embezzled money with Clippers owner Big Steve-O over there.
Hey, Kawhi wasn't proven. Steve-O might have been proven.
Steve Ballmer and Kawhi Leonard are running a ring where he doesn't.
But he just dropped
paid.
He also just dropped 3 40-point games in a row.
He has no motivation, man. He'll drop 3 40-point games, have one game where he shoots below 50%, then sit out for 2 months.
That might be facts as well. That could be.
Yeah, honestly. All right. Well, guys, I think that wraps up episode 12 here at J.A.B. Sports. I'm so sorry it is a little shorter than what we usually go, but we will be making up videos here. Don't forget, we're going to be streaming on Saturday.
Yeah, what time?
We have a game at 4:30.
Okay, we just do it in the morning or after, yeah, whatever works better.
Max wants to be a part of this one too, so we'll have Max again, guys.
Well, we can do it. We can do it after. It'll be probably another short stream, 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, probably hour and a half, 2 hours, and then hell, we might stream us playing poker.
Yeah, we're gonna play some cards. No, because people are y'all will freaking check in on the Twitch and see everybody's hands. So we got like a featured hand to watch. Y'all cheat.
Yeah, we can do that, but
cheating as hoes. Cheating as hoes.
Just no phones on the table. We'll just have to play no phones on the table.
No, I was just joking about if we did like a show the hand.
We should do that. We should do a show of hand. That'd be fucking hilarious. All right. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all for joining in. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, follow the Twitch. We still got to get everything else set up on other freaking accounts. 2026 is our year. J.A.B Sports going big.
New year, new us.
Bro, we could do the 2K thing on our sports channel.
We can do everything on our sports channel.
We have to just get everything settled, guys. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And peace.